Okay, so I cleaned up the brake cover, dust covers. Did as good a job as I could with the wire wheel and sanding mop, and I'm just hitting these with a little bit of flat aluminum paint. It's what I have on hand. It's the VHT high temperature flat aluminum. I'm just gonna do that just for looks basically, and I'll bake these in the barbecue and get that set up. But that's gonna do it for these. And then I just finished cleaning up the other parts. I'll show you that in a second. So I've got a few of the parts hanging up, and I just sprayed them down with solvent. You can see there. That was a tip I got from Pete at Pete's Garage. Clean them up and then hang them and then spray them with solvent and just let it drip down and dry off and then paint it. So I'm going to use this VHT. I like this stuff. No primer needed, rust and salt resistant. It's good to resist some salt, I feel, in our diets. And then I'm just going to do these pieces here for now because I ran out of wire to hang them up. So I'll do these, flip them over, do the other side. And that's it. Cleaned them up as best I could with the mop. I'm not going to worry about this little surface rust. This stuff will handle that just fine. So here we go. Here's what we have. I haven't barbecued them yet, but I'm going to go stick these in the barbecue. They look pretty good. I want to show you guys a tip. So if you've got like threaded areas where you don't want to get paint, invest in some of these. They're just these neoprene stopper plugs. They're for this purpose. They're for painting, and usually there's a size that you can get, and you just shove them in a hole. Shove them in the hole, and then stop the paint from getting in there. I didn't really worry about these. These are gonna get wear and tear and banged up and rustled with anyway, so I just left these open. I'm gonna go ahead and cook these at about 200 degrees for 30 minutes or so. Come back at you later. I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup using these sanding mops, and I wanted to show you the difference before and after. Not bad. Takes a little work, but you know, if it's a once in a 50-year thing, I'm fine with that. All these things are pretty aged, so that's what it looks like. We'll check in with that later and see what we got. Okay, we're back outside. I've got all the parts ready. Just want to show you guys the final product before I reassemble. I think all this stuff turned out pretty well. Here's the shields. So that is painted with flat aluminum, and so you know it can scratch and scrape off, but it looks good. I took these off also. These go around there. I do want to show you the hardware. Cleaned up nice. Got all those done. These cleaned up pretty well. And then also, which I am excited about, is all the bearings that I took out. Soaked these in diesel for about 4 days. But these are all good. These are all the Timken. Yeah, still got to clean that. These are the old Timken made in the USA roller bearings, and they're in good shape. No scrapes, scratches. Everything rolls pretty well. So we're going to reuse those. The washers are good. Castle nuts are good. So I'm going to my next goal is to try to reassemble the spindle and the whatever it's called. I don't know what these are called exactly. All of the fill in the blank. I also have the oil seals. If you want the number, let me see, where is it? Here. It's the same as the Timken number, I think. 9406S. I'm not sure if National is made by Timken or not. It might be. Those are pretty much like the original. So that's, you know, when we put the whole assembly back together and get this part going, the bearings. But for now, my goal is to just get the spindle portions back together using this hardware. Okay, just doing a little pre-assembly preparation. So I had to do a little research, look up how all this goes together because I'm not a professional. I did get all the nuts and bolts cleaned up. You're gonna need a 15/16 for these guys. There's just one of those per side. And then you've got a 3/4 for the lock nuts and the bolts that go through. And then you wanna have some ratchets. I have this high impact gun, which I like a lot. Let me show you how this goes together. So looking at it oriented this way, this is the driver's side. So if you're looking at this, right, that's your driver's side shield. The brakes go here. That, of course, is going to go on the back side. So this goes through right there. And you see there's these two small holes and the one large hole there. So keep that in mind. So we're going to pretend that this is sitting, that's on the other side. And then we're going to put the knuckle on, and these are left and right. The spindle here is not. Either one of these could be left or right, so you don't have to worry about that. So pick a spindle. Then this goes here. That's your steering knuckle. So this is going to hook up to your steering and your sway bar, I believe, right? And then I can't really hold all these in place, so I'm just going to show you. So this is here, and then this bracket, or this is your brake bracket, right? Your brake caliper bracket, and these are labeled. I don't know if you can see that, but see the L at the end of that number? So these are labeled left, right, and this one is going to sit on top of the knuckle on the bottom, right there. Is this? Let me go in. Okay, so it's going to sit there on top of the knuckle, and then it's going to go there, right? And that's it. And you just tighten everything together, and that should do it. So I'm going to do that, hopefully on the driver's side here, and be right back. All right, so that's one side done. Nothing much to it. A couple things. Torque spec wise, there was nothing in the manual that I could find, but I did read online on the forum. Somebody said 70 pounds on these, on the nuts on the other side. And somebody also said 100 and something on this, maybe 140, 150. Seems like a lot, but you also have these two tabs you want to flip up. I haven't done that yet, but do that. Also, if you want, you can clean inside here. There was grease in there, but that area in there goes out to these holes, and you've got 4 sets, and you want to, I thought I blew that out, maybe I didn't. Yeah, you want to clean those out. I didn't do a good job. I thought I cleaned them out. Anyway, you can clean those out. That's cotter pin, but the grease goes in there as well. So that would be, this is the driver's side, right? And then other side looks like this. It's just for reference. But that's what it looks like all put together. Pretty happy with that. At least it'll match all the other new stuff under there, and I didn't spend $250 getting it sandblasted and powder coated. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna do the other side, but that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you later.